Peace and blessings, guys. Peace and blessings. MarcTheMessenger back with a video. I'm going to be talking about some personal development and how semen retention helped me level up in all aspects in life. And a lot of times when we see the word superpowers, a lot of people kind of exaggerate the benefits of semen retention. Like you'll become like Goku, or you go Super Saiyan. You become like an anime character. And when we hear that type of stuff, we want to try it out. And it might, especially the younger generation, because they look up to these superheroes, right? But you don't want to tell somebody that's going to happen to them and that's not going to happen to them. But the benefits of semen retention, guys, that you obtain in these type of modern times where men are emasculated, where men are weak, is pretty much getting your manhood back, pretty much gaining your masculinity back. And you having willpower. Willpower is linked to strength. And a lot of men today in today's society are weak. So you will have the willpower, and it's all levels to it, guys, all levels. And I'm on a level in semen retention after 3+ years where I'm not even thinking about relapsing. I don't count the days. Me watching the websites or playing myself is like a thing of the past. And like I said, it's all levels to it. Like I remember when I first got on semen retention, I wasn't really thinking about, not counting. It was like, day 7, day 14. Because relapsing was still in my mind, like that my flesh was still raging war. But once you get to a certain level, you have that willpower, you have that strength. It's all about building yourself up as a man. It's all about building up willpower, and the willpower to keep you on the path, to keep you on the right path, and never go back into your old ways, your vomit. And also is another benefit of personal development through semen retention is confidence. You now have confidence to obtain your goals. You now have confidence to know that, okay, there's something that you want in life, and you have the confidence that you're going to obtain it. So semen retention is all about bringing back to your manhood, masculinity, which in today's society, in these modern times, is lacking. Okay, you also have the confidence now to have eye contact, not just with females, but eye contact in general. And yes, eye contact is very crucial, it's very key when it comes to attracting a mate. You want to be sure you have eye contact. I remember before I was on semen retention, my eye contact wasn't as, I guess you could say, good. I wasn't really strong at the eye contact, and I definitely did notice more attraction through me having stronger eye contact. So it's like, these are the true benefits of semen retention. These are the true superpowers. Also, self-control. Having self-control, which is linked to willpower, to not wanting to, be so intrigued by the flesh, being led by your flesh, being led by lust. You have self-control to discipline yourself. And this is all linked to personal development. This is all linked to, because it's very important, guys, that you build your personal development. You build certain skills, social skills, building self-control, because when you do get success, you're going to be able to keep it. You're not going to be able to lose it all because you were just so intrigued by lust. You were just so driven by lust. So it's very crucial, it's very important for a man to be obtaining a seed, to be on semen retention, keeping God first. And like I said, self-control is another thing that us men need to be having, because that's also the fruit of the spirit. Notice how it's all linked to, a lot of these things of semen retention linked to spirituality, linked to your spirit, building your spirit up, And self-control, I feel like it plays a huge key on retaining your seed, because you got to think about, before you guys about to relapse, right? Like I said, on semen retention, eventually you want to get to a level where watching the websites, playing with yourself is a thing of the past. Okay, you just have to get that certain level, and it takes time. Just because you're like a year into it, or a couple months, a couple days, and you still have those urges, you still get those thoughts. It's just like, think about like a baby. Before a baby walks, right? It has to crawl. It crawls, and then when it tries to walk, it falls down 100 times, okay? It falls down plenty of times. Even the Bible says that the righteous falls 7 times and rises up again. So understand, don't be too hard on yourself if you do end up relapsing, but you can't keep on making excuses. You can't keep, you gotta be accountability, which is also linked to being a man. And we're accountable for our wrongdoings, our wrong actions. We hold ourselves accountable to it. We repent, get back up, ask God for strength, because that's what we need. We need God in our life. That's also linked to masculinity, which provides us strength. He's the source. He gives us energy. He gives us strength. He gives us the tools we need to stay on this path that not many men are on. That the reason why not many men are on this path, which is a result of the society we're in, where most men today are feminine. They have feminine energy, a lot of feminine energy, weak, lacking discipline, lacking self-control. And because of these things, guys, women are now in rule over them. Women are now in rule of society, because man can't get their spirit in check. They have no self-control, And because of that, now we have the result of the world we in today, woman ruling the world. You know, that's at least what it feels like over here in America, in Babylon. You know, and man leading, instead of a man leading a woman with his wisdom, with his knowledge, with the spirit of God, okay, he is now leading a woman by his wallet, trying to buy a woman. You know, it's like prostitute all over again. So this is the society we're living in, so it's very important for us, man, to be set apart. We must separate ourselves from this demonized society. You know, men are just, you know, going the wrong path. And, you know, they're unawares because that lust. What happened to Samson in the Bible, guys? He was blinded. All right, and now I know Samson had good intentions, because Samson was a righteous man. He was like us. He had good intentions with Delilah. Now Delilah was working on the other side. You know, but I'm pretty sure the Most High God showed him signs of Delilah. He didn't listen. He allowed the lust to get the best of him. And boom, he was unable to see. And that's what happens too, even with sometimes when I fell to a wicked woman in a relationship, right? I was blinded by by my lust. So it's very important to have self-control, to have discipline over your vessel. Because if you don't, it could take you down the wrong path. You know, luckily God was my strength. Luckily God gave me mercy and grace to get back up, to continue making these videos. But if it wasn't for God, would have been down in the pit, would have been down relapsing. Like I told you guys, that's the main goal in semen retention, because we gotta have goals. We gotta set goals for ourselves. Yes, it's good to have a goal to go 90 days or 30 days, or whatever, how many, you know, whatever your goal is. But the true end result goal, guys, is to never relapse through watching the websites or playing with yourself. You should only be using that thing down there to have intercourse, to have children, you know, with your wife, not to waste it on things that doesn't really get you anywhere in life. That's gonna lead you to in darkness. It's gonna waste your sexual energy. And when you're wasting your sexual energy, now if I was relapsing, guys, I wouldn't be able to make these videos. I want to come up with creative ideas to make content. So I credit it to God, but also to NoFap and semen retention, me holding it in my seed and be able to, you know, exercise and transmute that sexual energy to something positive. And I'll show you guys a clip.
What do these men all have in common? They've all benefited from practicing semen retention and used it to maximize their potential. This is something that Napoleon Hill also wrote about in his book, Think and Grow Rich. Chapter 11, Sex Transmutation. Some benefits include a boost in confidence, having more motivation and self-control, and having a sharper memory. Excessive masturbation hurts your dopamine receptors. According to a scientific study, people with low dopamine have low confidence. Low dopamine also diminishes motivation and willpower, two key factors you need for success. It boosts energy and libido, which is why ballerinas and athletes are told to not ejaculate before a performance or a game. Semen contains vitamin B12 and other nutrients, which is imperative for having stamina and is what helps you to transform food you consume into energy. It also helps to keep your blood and nerve cells strong. When men lose this vitamin B12 after ejaculation, this is why a lot of times they become tired in the week after.
Where women are teaching man the benefits of semen retention, and that's okay for women to do, to, you know, because it's good to hear the other side or perspective. But when we have women teaching man about semen retention, it's like that's bad on us, because us men, we should already know. We should already be retaining ourselves. Maybe we don't know the word semen retention, maybe we don't know the word NoFap, but it should already be in our nature to be not watching these websites. But the fact that we have to have a woman teach us, that's bad on us. It looks bad on us, man. So it's time for us, man, to be accountable, to have accountability, and understand there are benefits to semen retention. There are true benefits, life-changing benefits to semen retention. But the thing is, a lot of people, they do exaggerate some of the benefits. Like I said, they call themselves, like, you'd be like an anime character, and that, like, it sounds good, you know, or like you'll be like, I saw someone, there's a video I was watching, someone said like you'll be like Neo in the Matrix and start flying and stuff like that, and that sounds great. But let's be honest, the benefits are really spiritual benefits. The benefits are really gaining your masculine energy back, which has been stripped away from us by this world, by the society, by the program, teaching us certain things that go against God's nature, you know, or even natures of the world, you know. A man, you know, dressing like, you know, certain, well, I don't want to trigger any algorithms, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. So retain your seed, don't worry too much about what other people say about you, because there's gonna be naysayers. People call me simps, or call me a simp. People call me an incel because I'm retaining my seed. Now, I'm using my seed to make children with my wife. Okay, but I'm not gonna be using my seed to be watching the websites or to be playing with myself, because that's just a waste. I'm gonna be using that energy. I'm gonna be building my sexual energy up to transmute it to creative energy, or maybe to transmute it to physical power through, you know, working out, fitness, exercising, or anything else in life. Let's say if I was an athlete, let's say if I was playing football or basketball, baseball, I'd be transmuted to doing that, to be going all into my craft. And that's the power of semen retention, the transmute of energy. And even these high up celebrities, these successful men in the past, they knew about semen retention. They knew about the power of semen retention. So it's up to us, man, to take in the knowledge, understand the benefits are real, and understand we gotta practice. We gotta go. Don't go 3 months and then say, oh, I didn't get no benefits. Okay, you gotta go at least 2 years. Okay, that's gonna require discipline. It's gonna require self-control. It's gonna require a whole bunch from you, but it's gonna be worth it. Okay, now if you have a wife, if you're already married, no fap. Because there are a lot of men who do struggle with watching the websites and playing with themselves. So if you are married, continue to make babies, get on no fap. But try your best as a single man to just stay out the dating apps. Okay, you should only be meeting women, guys. Just my advice is in real life, in person. You should stay off the dating apps, stay off the DMs, stay off social media, meet women in real life. Okay, it's gonna build your courage up, because you've been retaining, you got self-control. Okay, now you have confidence. Now you're gonna be reaping the fruits of your labor. Now you have confidence. Now you have strong eye contact, which is all what a woman likes. You can't give a woman eye contact on a dating app. She can't feel your energy on a dating app. You know, you can't really express a woman confidence. I mean, texting, that's just, to me, it's not real. You got to be in a real life, real vibes, real soul, real spirits. You know, through the text message, it's just not. I'm not a fan of it. I'm just not a fan of it. So meet women in real life. If you do want to meet a woman, there's nothing wrong with that. And now that you've been on semen for a long period of time, you have the self-control. Now, if you are weak, if you're spiritually weak, then I would advise you to stay off the apps, or no, stay off just dating in general, and just continue building up your kingdom. Women will come, guys. Don't worry about losing, not, having fun with a woman for a short period of time. Women will come. Just focus on building yourself up, and as you build yourself up, women are gonna try to chase you. I have people telling me this all the time. Mark, I had a woman ask me for my number. Mark, I was at the gym. A woman, wanted to talk to me. Facts. Okay, you're reaping the fruits of your labor. You're the 1% on semen retention. Most of these men ain't retaining their seed. Most of these men don't know about the power of semen retention, and no fap. So that's the message for this video, guys. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And I have consultation calls now. It's on my website, or not a website, it's on calendar.com. If you guys want to check that out, link in the description. Also, my Patreon, there's a link in the description too for exclusive content. I love you so much. I'm out. Peace.